How's it going, everyone? Mask here, back with Knight's Chronicle. Today we're taking a look at Isabelle, the newest character currently in Knight's Chronicle. There is a patch note that is hinting on some new ones, but still is the newest character we have. It's got a pretty underwhelming leader skill, light/water allies multi-strike chance by 20%. Her passives are something brand new that we haven't seen before, though, all about gold sacks. She likes her money. At the end of the turn, she consumes 1 gold sack she obtains 2 gold sacks at the end of the turn, max 5, stacks up to 5. Consumes 1 gold sack when attacked to decrease damage taken by 5%. Not a huge amount, but noticeable nonetheless. And her level 60 passive is obtains 1 gold sack at the start of the wave and increases the counter attack chance by 75% if the caster has a gold sack. So she gets a huge counterattack buff from her level 60 passive, which is pretty cool. And before I take a look at her main skills, I'm going to take us into some combat to show them off. It's how I like to do that now. Just wanted to show you guys BlueStacks really quick. BlueStacks is what I'm using to play Knight's Chronicle on a daily basis. I find it's just so much better than your phone. You take advantage of your computer's much faster processing power, way better graphics, big screen, and my favorite is the fact that you save your cell phone battery. So check out the link at the top of the description. It'll let you download and install Knight's Chronicle on BlueStacks, and you can start playing Knight's Chronicles on your computer. Such a way better way to play the game. Trust me, it saved that cell phone battery. But let's jump into it and take a look at Isabelle's skills. Okay, we're loading into a match here. This auto off. Get out of here, Amon. It was only Amon's attack. No big deal. Now, as you can see, Isabelle had 1 gold sack on her head, and with that gold sack, she has a 75% counterattack chance. So you saw her counterattack there immediately. I have this beautiful keep her alive at all costs team. A double tank, double support. Let's show off Isabelle. Okay, so Gem Strike at level 1 inflicts damage equal to 100% of attack to one enemy. 25% chance to stun the target for 1 turn if the caster has a gold sack. So her skill 1 gets a buff when she uses it, when she has a gold sack above her head. Her skill 2 inflicts damage equal to 200% of attack to one enemy with a 50% chance to charm them and obtains 3 gold sacks. So you can use skill 2 to really start stacking up the gold sacks. And skill 3 inflicts damage equal to 180% of attack to one enemy and 2 adjacent, so it's a cleave. 45% chance to stun for 1 turn. If the caster has at least 1 gold sack, it consumes them all to decrease the target's turn speed. So it uses them all, and there's no bonus to how many get used up here. So you want to try to use skill 3 at the beginning of the wave right away when you have only 1, your natural number 1 you spawn in with. If you can get Isabelle's speed up fast enough, you can get this really high stun percent chance cleave off. And when this is maxed out at level 6, this stun chance gets way up there. I'm pretty sure it's like in the 60 to 70%. We'll take a look at the skill scaling when I get out of here. But let's go ahead, and she doesn't have a gold sack right now, so let's go ahead and use her skill 2. You can see right there, she used it on Payo. That was painful. And she gets her, that was a counterattack. She got her stun off. Having the gold sacks is pretty crazy because she's almost always going to counterattack with that 75% bonus. It's going to take you very little investment from the runes to make you actually get that really high. 25% chance to stun is going to scale up with leveling this skill as well. So she's constantly getting stuns, counterattacking almost every single turn. As long as she has that gold sack. She will spend a gold sack every time she's hit in order to do that counterattack. But still, you saw her use the skill 1. She goes and hits him with a hammer. So let's take a look at skill 3. It was the cleave, and there's 2 of the enemies stunned. That 45% chance just at level 1 to get that triple stun out. And that stun is going to be huge. It's definitely going to make the difference in this fight right here. And she gets the counterattack stun over on Ramu as well. The only thing you got to keep in mind is she did spend all of her gold sacks in order to use that ult. But Isabelle, level 1 skills, we're looking across the battlefield at 3 people stunned right now. So she is one of the better people at crowd controlling with stuns especially. But let's take a closer look at her kit now. Alright, so that level 1 skill scales up to 40% stun chance at level 6. Every single time she gets hit, she's counterattacking as well. 80% charm chance on skill 2, which is crazy. A 2-turn stun at an 80% chance. 320% of her attack as well. So it's hitting like a truck. And that is almost 80% in any game. I consider 80% guaranteed, only because it's never worth investing past 80%. 80% will succeed 4 and 5 times. Just walk away. Take that 1 in 5 hit and be happy about it. Wealth Warfare, I'm almost scared to see the scaling on this. 65% chance to stun 3 people for 2 turns. It scales up to 2 turns max. This character becomes absolutely ridiculous if you're able to max the skills out, which is sadly really makes it shines in a whale's favor playing her. But let's take a look at her talents. The talent tree. 70% chance to hide for 2 turns when using skill 3. Didn't really feel that worth it to me. You don't really want her to hide. You want her to get hit lots, so she's counterattacking lots and getting those stuns out, which means picking between crit damage and crit strike always comes down to the kit. Is there any natural crit strike chance in the kit? If no, you're definitely going crit strike chance, because crit strike damage is useless if you're not actually critting. In her level 52 tree, we had 50% chance to poison 1 enemy for 2 turns when using skill 2. I don't really like anything that activates on skill 2 typically at all. It just doesn't happen often enough. And poison certainly is not that big of a benefit. Elemental damage increase. I'm not going to use her because we're definitely not only bringing her in against dark dungeons. That's more of a super rare kind of thing. So we take the attack boost on her. That's pretty easy decision. 50% chance to shock 1 enemy for 2 turns when using skill 1. This was a huge toss-up for me. Guaranteed counter, pretty much guaranteed counterattacks. She's always going to be laying down this shock at a 50% chance. That is pretty high. I was totally between decreasing the damage taken in the arena and nerve strike. She has nothing. She has no benefit to bringing her into boss dungeons. She's all about crowd control. Bosses are immune to crowd control, so you're never going with this. She is all about PvP, guild war, the guild battles, you name it. Gladiator's technique or nerve strike. I'm going with Gladiator's technique. I want her getting hit a lot to get as many counterattacks out as possible, which means she's let her survive. The shocks, I'm gonna have to take a closer look at just how viable and valuable shocking people it is. You're gonna get the shocks out on 1 person pretty consistently with her. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys feel about Gladiator's technique versus nerve strike? I'd love to hear your opinion on it. I decided on Gladiator's technique, but I was really close. This was a hard one to make. Level 56, we got fortified armor. That's the one that I chose. It was between, this was another really tough one because she's going to be getting hit a lot. Her counterattacks are constantly going out. That 20% chance to increase her crit strike chance by 30% for 2 turns when attacked. Her crits aren't, her damage itself though really isn't why you'd bring this character into a PvP match. She's there for crowd control, which means you kind of just want her to survive and continue dishing out damage. She's a pseudo support character really, which means getting these crits, this crit strike chance boost isn't really going to benefit you a whole lot. Her base damage goes up, but her chance to stun and all of that stuff stays exactly the same, which is why I went with fortified armor. Let's keep her healthy. Let's keep her up. Between skill cooldowns, I don't think she's going to get attacked enough to actually benefit from getting her skill cooldowns from this. This is more a complete support character that you never see do any damage that I choose this on. We're not using her in against bosses. So I chose to boost her damage dealt in the arena by 20%. She's definitely still does enough damage to benefit from that than going for those skill cooldowns. It's pure support characters you don't plan on dishing out much damage with at all that I choose that talent or the adrenaline 10% chance to decrease skill cooldowns by 1 turn when attacked. I like that better than the 20% increased damage on my support characters. Of course, we've seen extra investment. Obtains 1 gold sack at the start of the wave. Increases counterattack chance by 75% if the caster has a gold sack. That's a really awesome level 60 talent. Now, as far as her runes go, because she is mainly a crowd control, stun, and charm character, anyone who's actually I've seen using Isabelle has the Rune of Agility on her. That bonus attack speed, you absolutely want her to go first. And especially her because of the way her kit works. She's going to start the battle with 1 gold sack. And she loses that 1 gold sack if she gets hit before it's her turn. And it's so advantageous for her to use that skill 3 immediately, only having to spend that 1 gold sack above her head right away at the beginning of the wave. And that's going to dish out that 45% chance to stun 3 people on your opponent's team. So you really want to have her as fast as physically possible. That being said, in skill 1, for Rune of Agility, that's how I'm going to be setting her up. And then deciding on those last 2, I would start taking a little bit of a look at your specialty runes. Do you have any specialty runes? People have been putting the 2 poison runes on her. Every time she hits someone with her skill 1, she has a 40% chance to apply poison. Some of those are getting really, really useful. And with her guaranteed counterattacks, those specialty runes that activate on single target, on every time you use your skill 1, she gets to activate a lot more than a regular hero does. But if you don't have any specialty runes yet, like I really don't at all, pretty well all of us are stuck with just the regular set of runes for quite a while. Now, as far as those last 2 runes go, I'd probably be choosing between the Rune of Revenge and the Rune of Life. And that's going to depend on your substats. She has that 75% counterattack chance, which is really nice when she has when she only has 1 sack above her head. Your base counterattack chance is 5%. So she does already have that 80% counterattack chance right out of the gate, almost guaranteed. 80's a lot. I know I just ranted about 80 being pretty decent. It's up to you. Maybe you can pick up a couple more pieces of counterattack from your substats throughout the runes to bump that to the 90% range. And then, I mean, I would never consider pushing past 90, which is why you're probably not going to want to go with the Rune of Revenge. It will give you that 10% to instantly boost you into 90 without having any other substats, but it's something to consider. Otherwise, for sure, I'd throw the Rune of Life on her. Just get her that bonus health. It's always such a beautiful 2 rune set to put at the end. As far as substats go, though, in slot 1, you're 100% favoring attack speed, and then probably crit strike chance, HP increase. I would never invest in crit damage on her. You're never going to get a crit strike chance up high enough. But attack speed, crit strike chance, and on someone like her, I still wouldn't invest in accuracy, because the only time you ever need accuracy is to hit him on, and she's not really going to kill him on, and he's not really you don't really benefit the most from stunning him either, so he's not going to be a high priority target from her. Attack speed, crit strike chance, kind of right there with HP increase. You may even favor HP increase more, because her critting isn't really going to help you out that much. That's the same thing in slot 2. In slot 3, we're looking at HP increase, to be honest. Multi-strike counterattack. The multi-strike's not terrible. HP increase, multi-strike, and evasion is right there as well. Slot 4, we have evasion, attack, multi-counter, and HP recovery. Of those, you're really going to be looking at attack, number 1. Attack, multi-strike, then kind of the rest. I mean, you don't need to invest in counterattack more. She's got tons. Maybe just a couple little pieces here you pick up because they're already on. There just happen to be a random 3rd substat. But attack, multi-strike. You can, if we already have her counterattack so high, let's boost up her multi-strike, and she's going to be a skill 1 hitting machine. Coming to slot 5, we have attack. Pretty much just attack, to be honest. We have evasion, attack, counter, HP recovery, and accuracy. This is probably the slot where you could pick up attack and look for that counterattack as the substat and kind of get both of those. That'd be really nice. Just top up her counterattack into those mid-80s, where it's a beautiful spot to leave her. And knowing this, I would probably definitely be going Rune of Life as her extra 2 as well. Slot 6, once again, attack speed, attack speed, attack speed. That's the dream. Then we have attack, multi-strike, crit strike chance. Those are the order in which I would favor the substats for her. And that actually, I think we did a little bit out of order to my normal routine. Did our runes last, but that is I am going to set up Isabelle. I'm going to use her in Guild Wars. Guild Wars, I love Guild Wars because it gives you this chance to use 15 different heroes every single day. I really like how they ban heroes after you use them. But that's how I'm going to set her up. I already have her level 60, couple purple stars. The talents are a little rusty looking, but they're there. And I'll have her hopefully one of the fastest people on my team once I'm done. Her base speed is 588, which is not the best in the game. I know Ruby is significantly faster than that. But that's why we're throwing the Rune of Agility on her to make up for that lack of speed, and she'll be outspeeding some of the top people in the game at that point as one of the better debuffers as well. Get those stuns out and win those matches. But thanks for checking this out, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Once again, check out that link at the top of the description to download and install Knights Chronicle on your PC or your Mac and play it on BlueStacks. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna have way better graphics, enjoy way faster speeds, just lag less in the game, and my personal favorite, save that cell phone battery. You also have my Facebook and my Twitter in the description down below. Follow me on social media. That's how you know when I'm going live on Twitch. New stream schedule coming. I'm hoping to start streaming 4 to 5 times a week. That is going to be posted on Twitter, on Facebook, on Discord at discord.gg/masktv. That link is in the description as well. And I'm going to do my best to keep you guys updated in these videos as well. But I'd love to catch you. I'd love to hang out with you guys, talk to you, answer any questions you have live. And that's going to be coming up soon. I'm going to finalize that schedule this weekend. I finally have my school timetable so I can figure that stuff out. But thanks as always for checking out these videos. You guys are amazing. Love you all. Until next time, smash that subscribe button and stay classy.